Hi, I'm Brent Campbell. If you're a human and lucky enough to have access to plenty of food, odds are you struggle with what to eat every day of your life. Personally, it's a constant, never-ending problem. Looking around, most others have given up or just haven't figured it out yet. And I'm betting that you're in the latter category. As a younger adult, I myself couldn't have imagined weighing less than 225 pounds until being confronted with the reality that carrying that extra weight was actively harming my health, slowly killing me even. I woke up, got my act together, and ended up dropping 65 pounds from my peak weight of 247 before settling in a good 50 pounds less than I had weighed for much of my adult life. Diving in headfirst and absorbing every bit of knowledge I could on how to get healthier, what I learned completely changed the way I saw everything. For one, you really can transform your body. It's not as hard as you think. I honestly didn't think I could, nor did I think I needed to, until I snapped out of it and realized I've been kidding myself. It all comes down to eating the right things and only indulging in the bad things you truly value. Personally, I don't care for candy or pastries, but I love chips, squawk, and beer. So I eat the right things the vast majority of the time. And when I indulge, I enjoy every bite and regret it the next morning, but know I can burn it off by doing what I do, exercising, fasting, and eating right 80 to 90% of the time. It works. I've kept the weight off, and I'll keep it off the rest of my life. It's not unpleasant. I just have to be disciplined about it. And truly, that's the main point I want to get across through everything I'm sharing here. And then I'll emphasize that point by giving you all the tips and tricks I learned after years of studying and experimentation. All that said, eating right really is pretty easy once you're educated. Yet, I realize I've spent many years studying and obsessing over this stuff. And most folks simply don't know what I know, which is why I'm here talking to you. Anyway, today, I'm talking with you about what I make sure to eat and why. Fundamentally, your body needs more quality protein than you probably realize. Healthy fats from sources you may not realize are essential, and carbs, yes, carbs, in the form of vegetables. Most of what you eat should be vegetables. Aside from berries, fruits have a lot of sugar, so I tend to stay away from most fruit. Then of course, not all vegetables are created equally. So let's start with when I roll out of bed. I left a tall glass of water on my bedstand the night before. I chug it immediately and feel better for it. Your body needs water more than anything to get going first thing. Everybody should do this. Most of us eat when we're really just thirsty for water. Water has 0 calories, of course. 100 extra calories a day adds up to 10 pounds of fat gained every year, making you far more vulnerable to disease and injury, among other issues. Experts have long said, drink 8 glasses of water a day. Really, just have as much as you think to have. You'll be surprised how much lighter on your feet you'll feel, think, and be. Then I make a pot of organic coffee. I drink as much as I like. If I need a boost of energy, I squeeze a teaspoon or so of MCT oil into my coffee. This works better than any breakfast. Eating breakfast makes me feel sluggish and unfocused. Generally, I don't eat until well after noon. It depends on the day and how I'm feeling. As a rule, I fast at least 16 hours a day, some days having just 1 meal a day. And more often, I try to get all of my calories in before the sun sets, as our bodies instinctively process food more efficiently earlier in the day, and eating earlier aids my body's circadian rhythm, thus ensuring better sleep. I fast because it saves me time and money, prevents me from eating calories my body doesn't actually need, and because it curbs inflammation through autophagy. I'll need to make a video just about that, as it really is a game changer. And I never even heard of the concept until just a few years ago. I break my fast with a healthy fat and protein, usually centered around pastured eggs or a grass-fed beef patty. I use plenty of grass-fed butter, using extra virgin olive oil or avocado oil. I love spicy food, so I make my food to my liking with jalapenos and spices I have on hand. Spices like turmeric and black pepper, very powerful antioxidants when combined with a healthy fat. And I indulge, making my otherwise bland food exactly to my taste. Food is to be enjoyed after all. Since I simply don't have time to eat all the veggies my body needs, I finally started taking athletic greens, since rebranded AG1, every day when I break my fast. As Tim Ferriss calls it, it's nutritional insurance. And no, they didn't pay me to say that. It's $86 a month, pricey, but not when you look at what's in it and consider what it does for your body. While it's always better to eat whole foods, I don't have 5 hours a day to spend in the kitchen, and I bet you don't either. Dinner is usually light. Greek yogurt with walnuts, pecans, flax seeds, and chia seeds. Since I'm allergic and can't get omega-3 fatty acids through fish, I try and fail to make up for it by eating the healthiest sources of healthy fats. Nuts and seeds help. Or I'll indulge the kids and save myself the hassle of cooking and clean up by grabbing a fresh pizza. We live in New York, and pizza is fantastic here. It's terrible for weight loss, but I do enough of the right things I can afford to indulge a couple times a week. I eat as many cruciferous veggies and gut-healthy foods as I can. My family doesn't agree on much when it comes to food, but they will eat every roasted Brussels sprout or cauliflower roasted in turmeric, black pepper, and avocado oil that I will let them have. I've made gut-friendly foods a priority too. I've learned to enjoy drinking kombucha, for instance. Sauerkraut adds a ton of flavor to anything you pair it with. If I don't have Greek yogurt on hand, kefir is a nice alternative. I eat cabbage the way other people eat popcorn. I think it tastes great, and it's so good for my insides. After dinner, when I think to, I'll pour a tall glass of water and add a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. Then my fast begins, and 3 to 4 hours later, I can barely keep my eyes open. I'm so sleepy. But I make sure to pour myself the next morning's glass of water first. All right, that's it for today. There's more, so much more. But what I just laid out, you can live by day to day. I have for years, though I'm constantly refining and improving as my knowledge grows. In an attempt to keep my commentary brief and more digestible, I didn't go into much of the detail of why each of these things I eat is so important. Over time, I will dive into greater details, as if you're like me, you want to know why to do something, not just what to do. Like I've been saying, getting educated makes a difference. It makes it easier to make the right choices. But we've got to pace ourselves, 1 week at a time. Having discussed what to eat today, the what not to eat is just as important, if not more so. In short, eating the right things ensures your body gets the nutrients it needs to function at its best. Not eating the wrong things minimizes the damage that certain foods will do. We'll dive into that next. Until then, thank you for watching. Please do subscribe so you can stay tuned. See you next time.